Welcome to another data recovery video. This time I'm working on a hard drive that's been mailed in from Queensland. The customer said it's not working. The hard drive is a USB Seagate drive. We can see the little Seagate logo there. It's an older one. I can tell by this USB connection, which you just don't see that often anymore. It's a Seagate expansion portable drive. We can see it's 1 terabyte. Let's plug it in and see what's wrong with it. We get this error message. Location is not available. F is not accessible. Data error. Cyclic redundancy check. So that's a CRC check that's part of the USB protocol. What happens is the hard drive sends data over USB, and the USB controller does a mathematical test to see if it gets the same answer as what was sent. And if it fails, well, that's your CRC, cyclic redundancy check. So the hard drive is detecting. That is good news. If we run a test, we'll find out what's wrong with it. And straight away over here, I can see something in red from our test software, and it says there's 39 pending sectors. That means this hard drive has detected 39 sectors that are bad. Here's some other fascinating details. This hard drive is quite old. However, we can tell from this log here that it's not really used. It's only got 40 hours of use time, and you can see that it's been start-stop count 278. So it's been plugged in 278 times. This hard drive doesn't show that it has a lot of use. It's got low mileage. But this read error rate down here, what's that? That's over 1 billion. That does seem quite bad. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I am a professional data recovery engineer with over 20 years experience, and customers mail in hard drives that stop working like this one, and it's my job to get the data back. So it's safer for us to open this hard drive and remove the internal drive that's inside for data recovery. We want to make sure it's got the best chance of success the first time and every time. When a hard drive has a hardware issue like bad sectors, it's better to replace it, especially if you're storing important data on it. You can repair them, but it's just risky. Now we're going to remove this little SATA hard drive and bypass the USB connection. That's going to be more reliable for data recovery. There's a few screws on this model that we have to remove, and now the hard drive should slide out of this little USB adapter. Inside is a hard drive. I don't see that often anymore. It's a Seagate FreePlay 1000 gigabytes, and I used to see a lot of problems when these hard drives come out. We can see that it was made in 2012. The date's just right here. The full model number is ST1000LM010. So it's lasted a good 14 years, and that's probably because it hasn't been used much like we saw in the logs. And under here, we got the PCB. The PCB model number on this is 100609264. I've now got the SATA connection, so I don't have to use the USB cable anymore, and our professional data recovery software should be able to pick up the data. So we do have this Seagate detecting via the SATA cables, and it's the expansion drive with the correct capacity. It's Windows NTFS. And now we've got all the data again. So this will be a process of selecting what the customer wants, skipping the bad sectors, and returning it to the customer. If you need data recovery from a hard drive that's not working, visit us at zeroalpha.com.au and we will get your data back at the lowest price. You can drop off or mail in from any location, including worldwide. And I'll see you guys in the next video.